Hello everybody, Dan Cruzel here with wigaming.com. Obviously, I am looking at the game Pode, if you didn't already put the pieces together. This is going to be a little bit more of a casual review. I decided that since Pode is such a casual game, I figured I would casually talk about the game instead of really writing it out. I decided against that just because I just really wanted to talk to you guys as kind of just a conversation between the two of us. Anyway, Pode is developed and published by Henchman and Goon. It is on the Nintendo Switch currently. I don't know if it will venture its way into other platforms, but if it does well here, I'm sure at some point it might. Anyway, the game is $24.99, and again, that is only on the Nintendo Switch. So starting off, you are introduced to this little cinematic where you look up at the sky and you see these shooting stars, right? And this one particular star ends up falling flat, hits a structure and falls to the ground. You are introduced to none other than Glow. Glow is this character where she becomes distraught and overwhelmed with anxiety and wishes to get back to the sky where she can fly again with her other starlit buddies. Along comes Boulder, this, well, boulder, or stone, or rock, however you want to call him, and he senses this anxiety and reaches out to Glow with compassion. The story of this game unfolds as they venture into this magical mountain. I think it's like Mount Felheim or something like that. I hope I didn't butcher that name, but it's a very linear story. There's no dialogue. It's set up visually and makes you use a common sense to put the story together. Like I mentioned before, it's a very casual game, and it very much denotes companionship and relationship, as Glow is this soft-shelled being, and Boulder is this hard-shelled being, and it becomes very magical, and it gives you this sense of emotion. You know, it's so funny, I kind of want to relate this to a pistachio for some reason, where you have like the hard shell on the outside and the soft shell on the inside, or soft nut, I guess if you want to call it that, on the inside. And so it becomes this unbreakable bond, even though you can break pistachios apart, so that metaphor may be a little outlandish. The story of the game, though, in its entirety is short and sweet, and I really enjoyed it. So on to gameplay mechanics, you have these abilities in each Glow and Boulder, where Glow has an ability to sprout, I guess, and float around, where she encourages growth, basically, and where you go with this ability, and it's a radial ability, basically, too, where whenever you venture in and out of a level, if you use this radial ability, or Glow ability, things will start to grow and pop out in multiple areas. So, and this goes hand in hand with what Boulder kind of does as well. Now, Boulder is a little more on the opposite side of the spectrum, where instead of growing things that are green, he throws things that are like rock structured and become elevated, I guess. And he also pushes other things like rocks and stuff into place where you can then step on them and platform around the level. Another ability and or abilities that they both have is when they are touching. They hold hands, basically. They are super powered. And it, again, shows exactly the power of a relationship and companionship, where when this relationship comes together, they are more powerful than ever. With that said, more things grow more vastly, more quickly, and more vibrant and bright. Another couple of cool abilities that they both have, as far as Boulder is concerned, he has, okay, so this is actually kind of funny, I thought, where he will suck things into him, and he'll, like, contain objects inside of himself. So what I ended up trying with this, though, too, was I tried this with Glow. And the first time that I ended up walking up to Glow and doing this, I kind of was taken back just a slight bit because it made me laugh seeing it work. Seeing Glow inside of himself, and like his little face flap opens up and you see Glow's face. And so like they're kind of just like parked inside of each other like that. And it's so funny to me that that is an actual mechanic within the game. With this mechanic, you can use like a flashlight ability, or I guess it's like a tracing ability or something, where when you aim with Boulder, you can actually shoot items out, or Glow out in this case. So with that also said, I don't know if it's a he or she, but I refer to Glow as a she for some reason. And so Boulder ends up shooting Glow out and allows you to further make a jump, further explore the cavern in multiple different ways. So, and make sure to use this ability plenty of times. At some point as well, you will come across a ability to teleport. Now, Glow uses this ability to basically, well, teleport, and it's really cool because with the aforementioned ability with Boulder, you can set this teleportation up on a specific height, where if you need to jump up on Boulder to get up to another area, Glow can then use this teleport ability, jump back down. Boulder will use his obtain ability to then teleport up with Glow to that specific spot. I really loved this mechanic and thought it was really beneficial to the gameplay. Absolutely beneficial to the gameplay. So mechanics aside, I guess, the levels and puzzles, you have like these main levels in which have like these sub-levels parked within. You do have, when you press your minus button on the controller, you have a level select screen where you can teleport to each level, I guess, if you need to, because of the fact that there is secrets and murals and other things on each of the levels, which is really cool for its exploration element. And that's kind of what keeps me coming back is, did I miss something? Do I need to go back and finish what I started? So that was really nice to have that ability to teleport from level to level if you need to. But for the majority of the game, I sought the secrets and murals as I was playing through almost immediately, just so then I could avoid having to go back. But if you do want to go back and if you want to experience the story first, then I'm like, go do that. Go do your own thing. That's what this game is all about, exploring at your own pace, really. So with the puzzles, though, now, too, there are, like, these riddles and mysteries, and when you overcome these specific obstacles, I feel this sense of accomplishment, really. And I didn't really feel as though these puzzles or riddles were particularly hard. There were a couple that had stumped me for a good solid while at times, but a majority of the puzzles really only took me about 10 to 15 minutes, which gives you a solid amount of time to really get invested into the game. So with this game and where this art direction is based off of, I don't know if you guys knew, but it's based off of a Norwegian art and nature, more or less. And I absolutely adore this art and design in specific to this game. I think it flows very well, and I love the growing aspect. I love the vibrant elements that come about as you lighten up and spruce up the area, more or less. I think it's really, really awesome that this fauna kind of starts growing and you build this terrarium, I guess is what you could say. It looks like a terrarium at the end of the sprouting process. and I just absolutely love the vibrant feel. Like I said before, it's so cool to me that with this art direction, the music again, well, I didn't actually talk about the music, but the music is fantastic. Done by Austin Wintory, the guy behind Journey, as well as Abzu, and some other games as well, Banner Saga, I believe, as well. But man, oh man, the art and the music in this game are both so extravagant. One thing, too, their Instagram. I follow them on Instagram, right? And the way that they had designed some of these levels, or at least I think a good majority of these levels, were by using construction paper. I do believe during the development process they used construction paper, and it was so funny to me to see these levels come about by using construction paper. So they use different colors and all that kind of stuff and tape them together, and that development process just made me smile in knowing that they took the time to really explore this game and what it should become via construction paper. So the benefit, I guess, too, with this game is that co-op is fantastic and really should be played in co-op. It's my favorite way to play. I didn't play it often, but when I did play in co-op, it made the experience so much better knowing that someone is there with you, and it really enhances the companionship yet again, where you guys are working together to try and solve these riddles and mysteries. The single player experience is still good. It just takes an extra amount of work to where you're swapping between both characters and having to hold down like the LR button before switching to lock the radial ability of each character. So I thought it was decent, but co-op is definitely the way to play if that's what you can do. So in conclusion, Pode is an absolutely charming adventure. I felt as though it was a little on the high side as far as price is concerned. Though, getting Austin Wintory to do it, I'd understand why it was a little on the high side. I mean, the soundtrack alone is worth a majority of that price, like $15 worth of that price. So Austin Wintory is such a fantastic composer, and I don't want to continue to compliment him, as like the developers also had a great hand in making this game. I felt like the game was fairly smooth for the most part. Now there were a couple of bugs mixed in, but nothing to where it really broke that experience. Playing in handheld mode felt pretty good, though I felt you're going to benefit more and notice things more clearly when you play on like your TV or in docked mode, more or less. So there you have it. I guess this review, let's see, what do I give Pode? I give Pode, I think I'd give it an 8.5. Worth it rating of 8.5 out of 10 is where that's sitting, and with a price tag of $25, I'm torn because I do feel like it's a little high, and in my honest opinion, I don't think it's worth it at that price. Like, I absolutely adore this game, and I want anyone to experience this game, though I feel 25 is a little on the high side for something like this, and for short play, like it's such a short game. I think on average you can play this game for about 8 to 10 hours and finish it. So it's decent, but I feel like 25 is on the high side. All things considered, the game is really good. So if you like this review, be sure to check out our other reviews, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check us out at wigaming.com. Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter if you like what you see. Simply look up Worth It Gaming and you should be able to find us. We send our gratitude to Henchman and Goon for providing a review code, and thank you for watching.